Here's verse 21 of the 21st chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. The disciples have just voiced their astonishment and wonder at the sight of the fig tree, which is now dried up. They encounter this tree apparently heading into Jerusalem on Tuesday morning, remembering that Jesus had cursed it not that long earlier. And they're calling attention to it now, and we have this response from Jesus, apokrythes, from apokrynomai, I answer. Aorist passive participle, so having answered, postpositive, the Jesus, ho Jesus, having answered, apen, said, from lego, I say, this is the third person singular, aorist, said to them, indirect object, dative masculine, plural. Amen, adding emphasis, amen, lego, from lego, I say, humen, to you, indirect object, dative plural, second person pronoun. Ian, if, we'll take the subjunctive. We're going to have two subjunctives here, eketa and diakrytheta. If you have, first of all, this is the second person plural, present active subjunctive. If you have piston, faith, in the accusative, you have faith, kai, not, negation, diakrytheta, from diakrino. The dia means through, krino to judge through, which idiomatically meant to be caught in the middle. Not sure which way to go, and it gave rise to doubting, wavering is the idea. So if you have faith, confidence, and do not doubt, this is the second person plural, and it's the aorist passive subjunctive, and not seized with doubts is the idea. Negation monon, indeclinable adverb, not only. To, the tes sukes, the of the fig tree. Poiesit, shall you do. So not only will you do as was illustrated here by the effect on the fig tree. Allah, strong conjunction. Kan, conjunction of kai, and if, also if, but also if is the idea. To hore, to the mountain. Tuto, this one. The demonstrative pronoun here, this one, suggests that Jesus is actually pointing to a particular mountain, and it seems virtually indisputable that he would be pointing to the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. That's exactly where they were standing, was on the Mount of Olives, where it would be plainly visible. You shall say to this mountain, apeta, you shall say, so also to this mountain you will say, and that again is the subjunctive here of lego, I say. Artheti, this is from iro, I take up, I take away. This is the second person plural, aorist passive, imperative. You shall say, be carried away or be taken up. Kai, bletheti, from balo, I cast, again the passive, and be cast. This is the second person singular, aorist passive, imperative, and be cast. Tain thalasan, into the sea, which would typically be the Mediterranean Sea was in view, but be cast into the sea, symbolically suggesting to the Gentiles, that would be the idea. Genesita, and it shall be, this is from genomai. I become, this is the third person singular, future, middle in form, active in meaning of genomai. Of course, the idea here is that the fig tree was a symbol of Jerusalem, all leaves, no fruit, and Jesus had cursed the fig tree, the symbol for which to which the fig tree was pointing, symbolizing Jerusalem, all leaves, no fruit. Of course, Jerusalem would be the chief enemy of the Christian movement at the beginning. It would crucify Christ. It would chase down and persecute the Christians, driving them out of the city, arresting many. Saul of Tarsus, of course, responsible for a great deal of that at the beginning. And yet Jesus here is at least impliedly promising protection, that this Temple Mount from which would emanate all of this persecuting effort, as they would pray and not doubt, it would essentially neutralize this great campaign against them and cast this temple into the sea. It may be obliquely referring to Jesus speaking of the time of the Gentiles, and in Revelation we hear of the temple being trampled by the Gentiles, be thrown, as it were, into the sea. Seems to be, at least in some sense, the implication of this statement.